Hi, good afternoon. Trapper Don, CT Outdoor Show. What I'm going to do here is take this fresh rainbow trout I caught today at our gun club. Excuse me, I have another trout, and this is going to be dinner. I'm going to fillet these because these are kind of on the bigger side, so I am going to fillet them. But what I'm going to do is start doing some videos since the trapping season's over, and I'm going to do some videos on things that I do to try to save money on my food bill. Now, most of you know that I've been living like this for a long time. I don't get 100% of my meat or my fish or my veggies. I live in an apartment, so I can't really do much with a garden. There's not much room out back. But I do pick a lot of wild mushrooms, ramps, fiddleheads, things like that. I do a lot of fishing in the spring, the fall, and the winter. I do keep a lot of the fish because the cold water, it makes the meat firmer and it tastes a little better. Although I do a lot of fishing in the summer, I release most of it. I do a lot of bass fishing. And I don't know, I've tried to cook bass a lot of ways and I just can't get it done. Because that's strange, because the bass is a member of the sunfish family. And sometimes I go out and get bluegills and bring them home and do deep fries. Yeah, oof. Or pan fry the bluegill. You know, big bluegill. If any of you know what I'm talking about, you know how good they are. But I'm going to start doing some videos on things that I do. And they should be pretty good because the way the food prices are now, I mean, you're talking this rainbow trout in the store is probably $3.99 to $5.99 a pound now. And that's farm raised. Again, this did come from the gun club, so it was from a hatchery. But they were put in October, so the meat is a little different. They've been grazing wild. And it's not bad eating, okay? It didn't go directly from the hatchery to the plate here. But, you know, many things. I'll be doing recipes, showing you my cooking of deer meat. I'll be doing another one later with some pheasant breast. I, you know, do a lot of bird hunting and save the breast. You'll make pheasant parmesan probably later. So I'm just going to do some videos to maybe hopefully show you to, or encourage you to get out, learn how to hunt, fish, trap, forage, and gather. Okay, unfortunately I live in an apartment and I can't do a lot of stuff like homesteading and stuff like that, but that's okay, because I can eat a lot of this stuff I catch, trap, shoot, and it supplements my food bill. And as I was saying, the way food prices are nowadays, every little bit helps. So all I'm going to do is just fillet this trout for you, and then I'll do this will be part one. Okay. And take your knife. I mean, most of you know how to fillet fish, okay? Go right down the spine. You can feel the spine in there. You need a nice, flexible, sharp knife, a fillet knife. Get past the dorsal. I can feel the spine in there. Once I get about past the anus of the fish, I'll take my knife and I'll go straight through. And inside I can feel that spine. Be very careful you don't slip. A little high there, that's okay, I cut the dorsal. See where my hand is? As I'm getting near the edge, move your hand, because you do not want to slip with this knife. You will be going to get stitches. Right out through the tail. Take your fish, go back in here, turn it if you have to. I can feel the bones in there, the ribs, cutting right through. Right down, right along the ribs. You're not going to get 100% of the meat. It's not going to be perfect. And cut the skin. Voila, fillet. I do got some bones right there. You're going to get them, okay? You can feel them and you can see them. Right up here. from here. All I do is I take the knife and I go like this, right along those Y bones. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move it a little. Right along them Y bones. Okay? I'm going to cut a V out. Get those Y bones in there. You take your time. And they'll start coming out. Okay, took those Y bones right out. And then I got a couple right here because I can feel them. Don't worry about losing that meat. No big deal. Cut that meat right off. There's bones in there. Oh, I missed a couple. I can take them right out. Couple right there. You're going to lose a little of the meat, but you want it boneless anyway, so. There's bones in that little piece. Oh, there's a bone. You can actually take the knife and go like this with some of the bones and pull them right out. Okay? And that's it. Boneless fillet. I'm going to cut the fin off. And there we go. Look at that nice boneless fillet. I'm going to leave the skin on because I cook them with the skin. Alright, but look at that. Nice boneless fillet. You're going to flip your fish over. You're going to cut straight down until you feel the spine. You're going to cut right along the spine. Take your time. Trout, I found, are not the easiest thing to fillet. Maybe you got better luck filleting them than I do, but the medium-sized trout from this size down, they can be a little tricky to fillet. I can feel the rib bones in there. Okay? I'm actually cutting them out now. And like I said, that to me, trout are not the easiest thing to fillet. And you're always going to get a few little Y bones in there, but they're easy to take out, as I showed you. You can see all the ribs right here. I'm going right along the ribs. And I'm going to cut that skin. Take your time. You might lose a little. I'm no pro at it, but now that one I stayed above the bones. There's no bones in there. The other one I went a little deep on that first fillet. But look at that. Nice trout fillet. Then what I'm going to do is, I don't know if any of you do this, but I'm going to cut the head off the fish. Okay? And I do that for a reason. I save the heads of the fish to make a nice fish chowder. I wait till I get a dozen. I boil them. I make a stock out of it. Then I add potatoes, onions, shrimp, crab meat, and fish. And another thing I'm going to do is I am actually going to save this whole. I freeze this with other parts because I make fish oil. Okay? So I'm utilizing the whole fish. And yes, I use the guts in my fish oil. But the head is going to be used for fish chowder. This scrap here is going to be frozen and used for fish oil. And I just got 2 nice trout fillets for dinner. Alright, well, that's one thing I do to try to help my food bill, is I do a lot of hunting, fishing, trapping, and foraging. I got some great fillets ready to cook there for dinner. These fish were just caught today, never frozen. Thanks for tuning in. Like our page, like this video, subscribe to our page, and thanks for your support. More videos to come. Thanks for tuning in to Trapper Don CT Outdoor Show.